Hi, I'm Mark Hawkins from Handball.ai. I'm a Handball.ai game tracker. I'm an EHF expert analyst and national team coach. We're going to look at some different ways in which we can track games in Handball.ai. If we should track a complete game but without video at the moment, we might want to do it live or in situ. We add in the teams with the player lists that we looked at earlier on. So we still have Flensburg and Georgi, but this time we click the no video button and then we click start game. This brings up our slightly different tracking window. Without the video, we can see we have the same actions with the players, the defensive systems that we can adjust should we need to. Same principles when we've got the players on the court. When the game begins, we press the play button in the top blue bar. That you can see our time of the first half is rolling, and then we can pick the team that starts the match. Then we might say the same way that we're going to log an event. We might click number 15 from Georgi. Offense positional, scores a goal, bottom left hand corner, centre 9 meters, playmaker cross, 2v2 with a pivot, jump shot, assisted, let's say, by number 29. Can save that action. Should come on to the other team. It might be number 64, Asamulla, on the fast break or counter goal if the other team had just scored. Post out, left side, left 9 meters, double cross, jump shot, and so on and so on. Okay, as we'd carry on during the game, we could also undo these events. So we go back to the previous action. We can also, as we go, bring up the stats. Overview of what's happened. Of course, we just undid the event from Flensburg, but we've got the one shot, one goal that we've tagged in from Georgi. See this highlights there where the assist would have been. Timeline of events, we've only got the one so far. The player stats from each team. See some slight actions there from Georgi. And the advanced stats against different defences as we go through here. We go back to the game. The time has still been rolling all this time. And we'll just add in a few more events so we can update our stat sheet a little bit more. Having added a few events in, now we can start to see that after 6 minutes the score in this game is 4-all. You can see both teams have had 7 possessions, 4 goals apiece, 1 save apiece, a couple of lost balls and a couple of faults from Flensburg. And it gives an offensive efficiency and a defensive efficiency there. So we can see a few different basic statistics on the main screen. We can then click and see some more detailed statistics here. Shooting efficiencies, lost balls, offensive positional, how the goalkeepers have been getting on at the bottom. We can also see some bubbles starting to appear from different shooting positions, some connections between players and some passes to various positions there. On the advanced stats, we can then start to see some different defensive systems for those that have been playing against different defensive systems here. Okay, against 5-1, we see that I added some events where Flensburg played a 5-1, so we got some stats of Georgi against a 5-1. Predominantly, I had them as against 6-0, so you can see that here. You can see a more detailed overview of the Flensburg team, and you can see the individual player stats starting to get filled up. players that were on for different numbers of possessions. You can see a substitution here. Blagotinček and Gottfridsson could be an attack-defence substitution there. Player events, time that they'd been on the court. We've only tracked 6 minutes. So we can see Gottfridsson was on for 1.5 minutes. Blagotinček 4.5. The rest 6.5 minutes or just under. Team events table, we can see how many different events have happened for Flensburg, and then we have the same for Georgi. Shots, we can see the patterns of where the shots had been coming from, where they're going to in the goal. Individually, we can select which players. So if we had Kogeluga, we can see what he had done. Somebody with some information, Jim Gottfridsson, or Lasse Muller, for example. We can see there's a shot took place here, 0 from 1. From the game system, so different situations that we'd use, so we can start to see, okay, pressing left to right. 3 goals had come from that, 2 versus 2 with the pivot. Played twice, scored once. We can get different information here from jump shots, breakthroughs, different elements of the game system for individually and for each player on the team. So we can see, for example, we had for Georgi, Tobias Grondal, twice playing playmaker cross, so on. And then we have a play-by-play individually what happened each element of the game. You can see different elements. Was it positional attack, counter goal, equal in attack, who the attacking player was, and a lot of information there in the advanced stats. Timeline, we can start seeing the first 0 to 10 minutes, the goals in different phases of the game. The green, or the darker green bar here, being the positional attacks, the lighter green, fast breaks, there's no counter goals there. Failed shot saves, lost balls, and you can see that is the total as well, obviously, because we've only tracked actions within the first 10 minutes. On the Flensburg player stats, the quick ones, we've got August Pedersen, 3 green dots, 3 events there. The green dot with the A in signals an assist. Then we've got the different lost balls marked by LB. Same with Georgi. You can see the green S with the green line around the circle unfilled. Means a save or no goal. 7 meters on the green circle signifying a goal. After I've completed the game, you can see here where it says Flensburg Georgi, 4-all just from the events that we tagged. It says absent, which means there's no video attached, as we know from tagging without a video file. If we then wanted to connect a video, we press the 3 dots on the right hand side. We can click upload and sync video. Here we pick the video file, so Flensburg versus Georgi. You can open that and it brings up the window here. So we want to find the start time, so if we press play on the video, it'll take us along to the moment that we start the game. We see our referee's blowing the whistle. So we can then hit the bullseye button. It's moved it to 8 seconds. We can confirm that's the start time there. And then if we wanted to find that for the beginning of the second half, we can flick through our video. Gone a little bit too far. Too far again. We're just about there. And that's the start of the second half. Comes up 53 minutes 19. Press play and it takes us to that moment. If we press play on start time of the first half, takes us back there, so we can confirm they were the right times. Press confirm, and then it will upload and sync. You can see these are all the events that I put in earlier, and they would correspond to the correct moment in the video. You can confirm this is right by pressing play on these situations, and then we would have the video added to the event.